can we talk about William Good? Because this is probably a similar.
Sure.
I don't think it's a good path to travel.
For who?
For you or him or your followers, for anyone.
Because
there are ways you can go about dealing with evil. We'll call it evil. We'll just say the church is evil, just for this metaphor I'm going to use. There are ways of dealing with evil that lead to more evil and don't bring about the good that you're trying to bring about, even if you think you're...
What good do you think William Good is trying to bring about?
I assume less people in the Church of Scientology or exposure on the...
Preventing people from... I would probably argue that William's goal is to prevent people from joining more so than to get people out. I mean, I would argue he hopes people would leave, but I'm betting he would not say that he thinks he is convincing the Sea Org members who work at the test center to leave. I think he would probably say he's more interested in preventing them from being able to trick anyone into coming into Scientology. And if in the process people can be convinced to leave, then that's great.
Okay, so that's his good that he's going for. And now how is he going about it?
Well, we know how he's going about it.
Okay, so I saw the video you did where the Sea Org member followed him back at the car park.
Oh, yeah.
And William's shouting all sorts of profanities and abuses and quite aggressive towards that guy.
Sure.
And I would argue that's not a good thing to be doing, and it's not a good thing to be promoting.
It's not good for who? For William to be yelling at the Sea Org member who's following him up the stairs in a parking structure to his car.
It's not good for anyone. It's not good for the Sea Org member. It's not good for William. It's not good for you. It's not good for the audiences.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. He disagrees with you, and so do I.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to bring you over to my side, and I'm not going to come. I mean, you can explain why you think it's not good, but I mean, you're free to explain it if you can do it briefly.
Yeah. Let me be Samwise to your Frodo here. You can become very easily, you can become the thing you're seeking to destroy if you start engaging in similar behaviors.
I'm almost not even opposed to that. So if that's your wisdom, that's fine. But like, I am a very much fight fire with fire kind of person. And if someone wants to say that's not going to work, okay, then we'll see. You know,
do you not see the danger in making a video saying you can make money doing this? You don't see that there would be some, you know, the internet's full of all sorts of people.
But you can make money doing it. It can't be that truth is not dangerous.
No, well, you know, you can make money doing all sorts of things. The fact that you can make money from something doesn't make it good.
Well, no, but it doesn't make it bad either. So the fact that you can make money doing videos that William Good is doing is a fact. And there's a lot of people who, if they truly understood exactly how that worked, would be like, oh, I'd be interested in doing that. Now, I feel like you're probably making a slippery slope argument where they're like, oh boy, you could make some money doing it this way, but you could make even more money doing it worse.
This isn't a slippery slope argument. This is about,
okay, I was just saying
this is about the ends justify the means.
But no, because William does everything within the bounds of the law, and so it's not, the ends isn't justifying the means.
William has
he's
found
doing it in accordance with the law.
He is using the law in a way that is not honest to the purpose of the law.
That's not true at all.
It's like saying if the law said you could hit people, he'd be like, well, I can hit people because the law says I can hit people. It's like pushing the law
says that you can hit people, then in that circumstance, it's okay to do that. If that's what the law is. I mean, it's not a good example because the laws are there to prevent people from being harmed.
Is this not the same as when we see the Church of Scientology's policies and Scientologists following those policies, even though we might think that they're moral wrongs, but the Scientologists say, yeah, but the policy says I can do it. I see the correlation here between what William's doing. He's going, yeah, but the law in this case is his policy. And he's saying, yeah, but I can do it
But it sounds like you're saying it's morally wrong for William to be doing what he's doing.
I do think it is morally wrong for.
Then we just disagree. That's fine. We just disagree.
Yeah, but it's not a point. It's not a small point for me, Aaron. It's a.
Well, then it's a big point for you. We just disagree on it.
You know, this community. It.
What community?
Well, you've referred to it as the SPTV community.
That's just a casual reference. There's no, as far as I'm concerned, like it depends how you want to define community. Like you're part of SPTV if you think you are. Like there's no organization, there's no structure, there's no hierarchy, there's no nothing. And I'm a firm believer that the enemy of my enemy is not my friend. My friends are my friends, and I act accordingly. So
Right.
if people want to be a part of what they see as a community, then that's fine. But there's nothing official in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. Interesting. I just, these last 2 points.
The reason I like what William is doing, and even how he's doing it, is first of all, how he does it helps attract attention and eyeballs of the world to what is going on. Someone could argue that it would be more effective if he was kinder and nicer and quieter, but then somebody would have to define what more effective means. No one is going to be convincing those Sea Org members who work at that test center to leave the Sea Org or leave Scientology. So I feel like if anyone tried to make an argument that, well, if he was really trying to change their hearts and minds, he would do X, Y, and Z. Those Sea Org members are not going to have their hearts and minds changed by anyone doing anything to them on a sidewalk. So I throw that right out the window. The fact that William does what he does in the way that he does it, and essentially is showing the world more clearly what I'd like to think my videos I was trying to show the world, which is there's not really anything to be afraid of here. They want you to be afraid. They want people to think that they can really get to you. But the truth is they can't. And the way William does what he does and doing what he does, I think shows that message crystal clear. Now, when you add the LAPD component, which is a tyrannical force that Scientology has been able to use to its benefit, using corrupt means, the fact that William is able to basically be so in your face to Scientology and to the LAPD combined and show, no, you really can't. You really don't have to be afraid of these guys. You can use the system to your benefit. You can stay within the confines of the law and completely shut down Scientology's effort to bring in new members at this particular center. I think it's great. People are free to have other opinions. I just don't have a lot of patience to spend a lot of time discussing on why he should do it differently. So feel free to say a couple things about it, but.
Okay. It's just whenever I get into a point when I'm discussing with you something that I think is of substance, you get aggressive and you say you don't care, you're not interested, and you couldn't care less, and you're bored. And
it's only the time sink. It's only the time sink. Like, I want you to be able to say whatever you want, but I don't want to have to spend 10 minutes listening to a monologue about it.
I understand that I can be long-winded. Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.